What is up everyone, Zane here and welcome back. In this video we are going to be covering 10 hours of spiritual mages. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the loot. So as you can see, this is the loot that we got from doing 10 hours of spiritual mages overall. It came out to 5.12 mil in total with 6 dragon boots and then a bunch of different runes. One thing I will say that surprised me about this is that the dragon boots did not even make up half of the profit for this. The runes made up more than half the profit instead, so they are definitely worth picking up. With that said though, let's go ahead and get straight into the stats because I have a few things to say. So as we get into the stats, there is a few things I'd like to go through. First of all, my starting stats were 85 attack, 95 strength, 84 defense and 95 hit points, and I ended by getting 1 extra strength level over the starting ones. In terms of the kills and experience, the kill count is a lot higher than I thought it would be, and that can basically be explained by the fact that the spiritual mages pull aggro on other creatures, so they're rarely at full health and sometimes you literally just have to last hit them and you get the kill. And in terms of experience, I was honestly quite surprised because spiritual mages have this perception as being really bad experience per hour, but actually they're about on average. For not being on a slayer task and not using piety, I got 60k melee experience per hour basically, which is perfectly acceptable. It's not incredible, but it isn't bad either. In terms of the loot, the supply cost is incredibly small because you don't need a lot of food, and honestly you just need like 1 dose of super restore for when you're going into the dungeon, and that's about it most of the time. And the profit was pretty decent. Getting around 500k profit per hour is pretty much on average for a lot of the higher end slayer creatures. So it's not incredible, but it's definitely not bad. But as we get into the additional stats, you'll see that these have a hidden potential, which is that I got 6 dragon boots in total. If I had hit the expected drop chance for them though, which is 1 in every 128 kills, I would have pulled in over 800k profit. And just a reminder that again, this is off task. So on task you could make even more money. So if you had average luck and you were pulling in over 800k an hour on these creatures, it would put them in one of the highest brackets for profitable slayer creatures that aren't boss monsters, which means that if you're a slayer person that likes making a profit while you kill things, these are definitely something to take off your block list because they're not so experienced and they actually make quite a lot of money as well. The only other thing really to mention about them is that they are pretty good for hard clues as well. They have the same drop chance for hard clues that they have for dragon boots, and I was seeing a hard clue about every 30 to 45 minutes here. So if that is something you're interested in, these are very good creatures for farming those. And just overall in terms of the method briefly, they are very similar to other slayer creatures. If anything, they're actually easier to do because a lot of the time they are aggroed on other creatures. With that said, there is a low density of them. They do respawn quickly, but there's only ever 2 or 3 in an area, so you do have to run around a bit to get between each one. But if you can handle that, they're really pretty easy to do. So just to briefly summarize all of this, their experience is pretty much bang on the average. It's nothing exceptional, but it's nothing terrible. In terms of the loot, if you're unlucky like me, you can still pull in a very decent profit of around 500k, but if you have even the most average of luck, you'll be making at least 800k an hour here, assuming your stats are similar to mine, which puts these as one of the best slayer monsters in the game that aren't a boss monster for making a decent profit, and the method for killing them is incredibly easy. So overall what I would say is if you are training slayer and you care about your bottom line and your profits, you should definitely unblock these creatures and give them a try because they just might surprise you. With all of that said though, that is it for this video, so I do hope you enjoyed and found it helpful and or interesting. As always, if there is anything else you'd like to see me cover, feel free to drop me a line down below and I will do my best to make it happen. And on that note, that is it from me, so I hope you're having a nice day and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!